I can give you a little background about our company. It's founded by Karen Chin, who's this really great film producer. She actually just recently won the Independent Spirit Award for Producer of the Year, so that's huge. And one of the things that she's been involved in that I've worked with her on is this dGeneratefilms. Around the same time, we were starting to see films from China by independent filmmakers about 3 years ago. And we met some of the filmmakers and asked them, how do people see your film in the US? Like, is there a distribution for them? I said, no, not really. Just, if someone hears about our film and they invite us over to talk and present the film, that's about it. So we felt like there was a great opportunity to bring a lot of these films to the US. So Karen went to China first, and she met a bunch of people, and filmmakers and programmers, and then she brought back about 50 DVDs, but she didn't have time to watch them, so then I watched them, and then I watched them more, and every time she'd come back with 50 more, 100 more. And so in the last 3 years, I've seen about 350 Chinese independent films, and I've really had my eyes open to this incredible wealth of activity and energy, just this creativity and this desire to just make films and show life that's going on in China. There are a couple more examples. Sanya and Lee, these two artists, they gave a team of filmmakers, about 15 different filmmakers, they gave them all digital cameras, and they went around this area in Guangzhou to make films. And then they kind of weaved it all together into what they call a video symphony, using all this footage from different people. And then Oxide was made by a 23-year-old girl, a student, the lady on the left of that image. She made it in her parents' apartment with her mom and dad as the main characters. And it's basically a movie about life in their apartment. And what she did is, she said, I wanted to make, it's a movie about my parents in their apartment, but I want to make it an epic. So what she did was, she took the video camera, the lens, and she put duct tape on the top and bottom halves to make it like super widescreen CinemaScope. And then she just filmed like different areas of the apartment, and it's weird. It takes on this incredible landscape-like quality, like the surfaces of a table or the blanket on the bed. It looks like these landscapes because of the widescreen framing. And so it's this incredible paradox of an epic movie taking place in this very domestic setting. So these are the sort of creative possibilities and creative discoveries that these filmmakers have been able to find just by engaging with digital equipment and kind of throwing the rule book out and just trying all kinds of different things. Because again, it gets back to the question of what is reality in China? And so I don't know, how many of you have been to China? Okay, how many of you have been to China more than once over several years? Every time you go back, every time I go back, I feel like I'm almost in a different country. So much is happening and so much is changing, and there's this sense of what is happening in this country. Like, I cannot keep up with what's happening in this country. So these filmmakers have that feeling of alienation or potential alienation. So this is why they make the movies, just so they can keep track of life in their country before it gets transformed all over again. For those of you who are film majors, who are aspiring to be filmmakers, or care very much about what movies are and what they mean, or those of you in Chinese studies, Asian studies, who are going to do something with your futures in China, definitely think about what your relationship is to the country that you're going to live in.